Oh, it's a good day, and look at the basket. Oh my goodness, overflowing with everything we asked for. Rulers and spiral notebooks. Wow. There are going to be some kids that are going to be super, super, super happy, right? So, just a little reminder before we start that for next week we're going to just kind of switch gears a little bit, and we're going to start putting together some health kits. So here are the things we need for next week. 2 items, okay? Band-Aids. This is what I was talking about several weeks ago when I said frozen Band-Aids. Like the movie Frozen. Or Ninja Turtles, or whatever it is that you put. Or, you know what? Plain Band-Aids work just fine too, okay? The second item is fingernail clippers. Metal fingernail clippers. Not toenail clippers. There's a difference. There's a difference. So, fingernail clippers and Band-Aids for next week. Let's fill the basket, okay? So, we'll fill it again. And again, and again. So, Miss Dee Dee, if she would put our picture up for now. What is that? A bee, a specific bee. What kind of bee? Busy bee? Oh, cute. We have a lot of busy bees, but not... A bumblebee, okay? So for a long time, we thought that it was impossible for bumblebees to fly. Because look at him. I mean, just look at that. He's got this big body. She's got a big body. And these little, tiny, fine wings. How can that fly? Well, they studied. They studied them, and they studied them, and they figured out something. And if we look at the next picture, bumblebees fly more like helicopters than anything else. So they kind of fly like helicopters. So that's kind of weird, right? But we know that God is strong and God is smart, and that if God makes bumblebees, they're going to fly, right? So things in our life sometimes seem impossible too, right? So sometimes we'll be called to do something that seems like, no, I can't do that. That's impossible. That's like a bumblebee flying. It's impossible, right? But God's strong and God is smart, and He knows that if you're called to do something, He's going to make sure that you're able to do it. So we are reminded that God is smarter than we are, and God is stronger than we are. And in God's strength and God's wisdom, He created each of us to be who we are and what we are to do. So during the season of Lent, we listen. We listen carefully to what God is telling us to see what we can learn and see how we can grow and to see how we can fly, right? And then we know that with God, all things are possible and that we can live to be the person that God calls us to be. So let's all pray. Dear Lord, thank you for bumblebees. Help me to do what you call me to do, even if it seems impossible. With you, Lord, I can be what you call me to be. Amen. Okay, what's the items for next week? Band-Aids. Band-Aids and fingernail clippers. Let's fill the basket next week. God bless you. I love you.